It was a bit of a setup, but an Italian journalist last night essentially asked him what it felt like to be back in the San Siro and whether he enjoyed it and whether he would come back to work in Italy. And whether Conte, because, I don't know, because he was talking his native tongue, maybe forgot for a moment. We all had headphones in where we were listening to the translation. I don't know. But here's what he said. So he said, playing here in the San Siro as a player and a manager is special. It's unique. The San Siro is a historical stadium. It's a beautiful one. It's always packed with people. It's full. I love the fact whether it's Milan or Inter, the stadium is always crowded. It's very good for Milan, the stadium, and I'm pleased for both groups of fans. Today, this is a beautiful setting for playing against us. The Milan supporters were singing all the time, and it's evident they were the 12th man tonight. This will be helpful with us when we play the second leg. And then he talked about the returning to work in Italy. I prefer to live in the present. I don't want to think about the future, but you perfectly know that as an Italian man and the former Italy manager, Italy is in my heart. And Italy will always stay there. I will never exclude the possibility that I will be back here one day. Who knows? So look, he was just being honest. He wasn't also saying, oh, next week I'm coming back to manage in Italy. He was talking about the distant future. I remember Poch saying something about that, about Spain once, that one day he'd like to go back. Sometimes players do that. You know, Lloris, I think, has kind of hinted he'd like to go back to France one day. And Lucas obviously said Brazil one day. So it's not unknown. And obviously we know his situation, Conte with his wife and daughter back in Italy. It's not rocket science that he probably would like to go back there in the, at some point. I just think that maybe right now, with some fans potentially a bit on the... at a turning point of where some are starting to get a bit frustrated with the team and they're turning those frustrations towards Conte, I do kind of feel like it would be best now if he just avoided questions like that. So if he was asked that question, he could have just said, like, I'm fully concentrating on my job at Tottenham. And at this point, I'm not thinking about anything beyond that. That's it, just for now. Just go with that for now. Go away and do your summer interviews that he often does with Italian media and say things that probably make Spurs go, oh no. But just in these moments while the season's still going, just, you know, it's a big thing in the pre-match press conference about stability and how, you know, Spurs really suffer from a lack of stability. Yes, well, part of that stability is not knowing whether your manager's going to be there next season. And it's like, don't add to that with more quotes. Like, I'm a journalist, so of course I want to hear these quotes and stuff like that. But even I can appreciate, no, just don't do it. And this is the issue. It's like talking to some of the fans on the way back and hearing their frustrations at things. And it's like, you can understand the vision that's been sold to you if you can see the path and where it's leading to. And this, whether this relates to Levy and ENIC, whether this whether this is regards to Conte, it's fine. You can believe in something if you can understand where it's heading. And this is the thing with Conte at the moment, is the fans aren't enjoying watching the team as much right now. And, you know, he needs to, show that. I think he needs to just get the team playing good football. And he did it last season. This is the thing, that he had them playing really good football last season. Towards the end, they won, I can't remember the number now. Something like 14 matches towards the end. Or was it 10 and 14 matches? I can't remember what it was. But they absolutely were firing all cylinders. They looked like a big team. They were playing good football, scoring lots of goals. And look, the fact that he came back and defied the doctor's advice, came back to try and lead Spurs to success, it shows that he is still motivated. He is still buying into what he's doing at Tottenham. And I do feel that a lot of this kind of, oh, he looks like he doesn't want to be there, I think it's just because he feels absolutely rubbish right now. I don't think he's like the full kind of Conte right now, the full Conte.